The Chevrolet Corvette has always been an icon, a car that transcends generations and automotive eras, constantly reinventing itself while keeping its unmistakable identity intact. By 1972, the Corvette was more than just a sports car. It was a symbol of American performance, style, and engineering pride. It had become the dream machine of its time, a car that carried an almost mythic reputation among enthusiasts, collectors, and everyday admirers alike. During that model year, Chevrolet offered 10 different colors for the Corvette, a reflection of the brand's commitment to personalization and flair. Among these shades, the most popular was Ontario Orange, a vibrant and bold hue that fit perfectly with the flamboyant spirit of the early 1970s. But there was one color, far less common and far more intriguing, that stood out from the rest: War Bonnet Yellow. War Bonnet Yellow is not a color most people encounter often on a C3 Corvette. It was available only for the 1971 and 1972 model years, making it something of a hidden gem in the Corvette palette. It's a metallic gold-yellow shade with an almost chameleon-like quality, catching and reflecting light in a way that constantly changes its character. Under sunlight, it can appear warm and radiant, exuding a golden brilliance that captures attention instantly. Under shade or artificial lighting, it becomes deeper, more subdued, with an almost bronze undertone. It is both elegant and flamboyant, subtle yet unmistakable. This duality is part of what makes the War Bonnet Yellow Corvette so distinctive. It's a car that doesn't just show color, it displays emotion. The pick of the day, a 1972 Chevrolet Corvette Stingray coupe offered for sale by a private owner in Fulshear, Texas, embodies this rare color perfectly. The seller proudly notes, "I am the second owner of this Texas car. Highly original." That statement alone says a lot. Originality is one of the most valued traits in the classic car world, especially when it comes to Corvettes. Cars that have remained largely unaltered, maintained with care, and preserved with their factory essence intact tend to draw attention not just from buyers, but from enthusiasts who appreciate authenticity over modification. This particular Corvette, dressed in its factory War Bonnet Yellow paint, represents a time capsule from an era when American performance cars still relied on raw mechanical power and hand-finished charm rather than electronics and computer tuning. At first glance, the car's shimmering paint might make some people assume it's a custom color, a product of a modern respray or restoration, but in truth, it's an original factory shade, carrying Chevrolet's internal code 989. That detail alone elevates its appeal. The War Bonnet Yellow finish complements the C3's long, flowing lines and curvaceous fiberglass bodywork beautifully. Every contour of the Stingray seems to be accentuated by the metallic sheen. The sharply defined fenders, the muscular hood, the sweeping rear deck, all of these features come alive under the golden tones of the paint, giving the car an almost sculpture-like presence. Adding to its visual charm are a set of polished American racing aluminum wheels, which balance classic style with a touch of custom flair. The removable color-matched T-tops add versatility and open-air excitement, while the luggage rack on the rear deck brings a touch of period authenticity, reminding us of a time when cross-country trips in Corvettes were a mark of adventure and freedom. The rocker moldings add the final touch, giving the car a refined, well-finished appearance. By 1972, the third-generation Corvette, often called the C3, was already an established success. It had debuted in 1968, bringing with it a fresh new shape inspired by the Mako Shark II concept car. And over the following years, Chevrolet continued refining and enhancing it. The early 1970s were a transitional period for American performance cars. Emission standards were tightening, insurance costs were rising, and the high-compression engines of the late 1960s were gradually being phased out. Yet despite these challenges, Chevrolet managed to keep the Corvette exciting, stylish, and desirable. It remained the ultimate symbol of American speed and sophistication, a car that appealed as much to young thrill-seekers as to mature collectors. The advertising of the time captured this perfectly. One memorable 1972 Corvette advertisement boldly stated, "Corvette, everything you need is standard except the gas." It was a confident slogan, one that spoke to the Corvette's reputation for being complete straight from the showroom floor. buyers didn't have to add much. It already came with everything that mattered. For the 1972 model year, the base coupe carried a price tag of $5,533, a substantial sum in its day, but one that represented incredible value for the performance and engineering it delivered. Standard features included a 350 cubic inch V8 engine, four-wheel disc brakes, a posi-traction rear differential, full instrumentation, hideaway windshield wipers, and a ventilation system called Astro Ventilation. In an age when many competitors struggled to match even a fraction of that equipment, the Corvette stood tall as the benchmark of American sports car design. Under the long, tapering hood of this particular Stingray lies a numbers-matching 350 Ci turbofire V8 engine, the heart and soul of the car. That term, numbers matching, is one that resonates deeply among collectors. It means that the engine and major components still bear the original serial numbers corresponding to the car's VIN, a confirmation that this is the same engine installed by the factory over 50 years ago. This 350 V8, known for its balance of power and reliability, was rated at around 200 net horsepower in 1972. While that might sound modest compared to the muscle car heyday of the late 1960s, it still delivered strong torque and effortless acceleration, with the kind of sound and character that made every drive memorable. The power is delivered through a TH400 3-speed automatic transmission, a durable and respected gearbox that became a mainstay in many high-performance General Motors cars of the era. Of course, the owner has treated this Corvette to a few tasteful upgrades designed to enhance performance and drivability without compromising its original spirit. Among the modifications are a Holley 625 CFM Street Demon carburetor, providing more precise fuel delivery and throttle response, an HEI electronic ignition system, improving spark reliability and eliminating the old-fashioned point setup, an aluminum radiator to ensure efficient cooling even during hot Texas summers, and a set of Edelbrock headers, helping the engine breathe better and sound more aggressive. Together, these updates give the car a livelier personality, making it not just a showpiece but a genuine driver's car. One you can take out for weekend cruises or local car shows without worrying about reliability or performance. Beneath the surface, the chassis and braking system have also been thoughtfully upgraded. The Corvette now benefits from a custom suspension setup, offering sharper handling and a smoother ride, while Wilwood brake calipers and slotted rotors provide modern stopping power that's far superior to the stock configuration. These improvements are subtle yet meaningful, blending the best of old-school character with a touch of modern capability. It's the kind of setup that makes a car like this a joy to drive, not just a collectible to admire. An important detail worth noting is that 1972 was a pivotal year for the Corvette's design. It marked the final year that the C3 featured chrome bumpers, a signature styling cue that many purists consider essential to the car's classic look. Starting in 1973, federal safety regulations required impact-absorbing front bumpers, which led to the introduction of body-colored urethane designs. While those later models had their own charm, the earlier chrome bumper cars have always stood apart for their purity and timeless appeal. The 1972 Stingray represents the end of an era, a closing chapter of the Corvette's traditional design language before the safety and emissions era reshaped the automotive landscape. This particular example, with its gleaming chrome accents contrasting against the warm War Bonnet Yellow body, captures that magic perfectly. The combination evokes both elegance and performance, a sense of artistry that only early 1970s American design could produce. From the split rear bumper and pointed front end to the teardrop rear fenders, every inch of the car feels deliberate and expressive. It's a design that balances aggression with grace, and more than 5 decades later, it remains instantly recognizable and endlessly admired. In addition to the car itself, the seller is including several desirable extras that make the offering even more attractive. Among them are all the components needed to add air conditioning, a feature that was optional in 1972 but highly sought after today, especially in warmer climates like Texas. The package also includes the original wheels, tires, and hubcaps, ensuring that purists who prefer factory-correct presentation can easily return the car to its stock configuration if desired. This kind of completeness adds significant value to a classic car, showing that the owner not only enjoyed driving it, but also cared about preserving its originality and heritage. The asking price for this well-preserved and tastefully enhanced 1972 Corvette Stingray coupe is $29,900. In today's collector market, that figure represents a compelling opportunity. Prices for C3 Corvettes have steadily risen over the past decade, particularly for well-documented, numbers-matching examples finished in rare factory colors. War Bonnet Yellow cars occupy a special niche within that trend. Because the color was offered for only 2 model years, finding one in original condition is uncommon, and many enthusiasts who've owned or restored Corvettes know that certain colors can dramatically affect both visual appeal and long-term value. A well-kept War Bonnet Yellow Stingray not only turns heads at shows, it often turns out to be a sound investment as well. The allure of the C3 Corvette goes beyond numbers, though. There's something visceral and emotional about the way it looks and feels. When you sit behind the wheel of one, especially in a car like this, surrounded by the long, curving fenders visible through the windshield, gripping the classic 3-spoke steering wheel, feeling the rumble of the small block V8 through the floorboards, you understand why this model holds such a revered place in American car culture. The 1972 version still feels analog and direct, without the insulation and computerization of modern sports cars. It's a machine that rewards skill, engages the senses, and connects you directly to the road. Owning a car like this also comes with a sense of pride and nostalgia. It's not just about performance or style. It's about history. Every dent, every polished panel, every original detail tells a story about an era when cars were designed to be driven and enjoyed, not just displayed. The Corvette in War Bonnet Yellow captures that spirit better than most. Its color alone serves as a reminder of the optimism and experimentation that defined the early 1970s. A time when American automakers still dared to blend flamboyance with engineering. It's easy to imagine this very car cruising through the open highways of Texas, its metallic paint glinting under the setting sun, the sound of the V8 echoing across wide, empty stretches of asphalt. It's the kind of scene that reminds us why classic cars endure. They connect us to moments of freedom and individuality that modern vehicles rarely evoke. In a world of computerized engines and digital displays, a car like this Corvette feels refreshingly alive, mechanical, and human. For collectors, this 1972 Corvette represents an ideal combination of factors: originality, rarity, tasteful upgrades, and strong visual appeal. The fact that it's a 2-owner Texas car with documented maintenance and included original parts only strengthens its case. It's the kind of vehicle that could easily find a home in a serious collection. Yet it's also practical and approachable enough to be enjoyed regularly on the road. As time goes on, appreciation for the C3 generation continues to grow. Once overlooked in favor of earlier C1 and C2 models, the third-generation Corvette is now gaining the recognition it deserves as a design and performance icon of its decade. With each passing year, well-preserved examples like this become harder to find, especially in rare colors and with matching numbers drivetrains. Cars like this War Bonnet Yellow Stingray remind us that the appeal of the Corvette lies not just in its speed or power, but in its enduring character, the perfect blend of art and engineering. At the end of the day, a 1972 Chevrolet Corvette Stingray like this one is more than the sum of its parts. It's a piece of automotive heritage, a golden reflection of a time when cars were bold, expressive, and full of personality. Its War Bonnet Yellow paint glows like a time capsule from a brighter, more optimistic era. Every curve, every detail, and every sound from its V8 engine tells a story of craftsmanship, freedom, and the unending pursuit of driving pleasure. For the fortunate buyer who takes it home, it's not just an acquisition. It's an experience, a link to the past, and a celebration of what makes the Corvette such a timeless American legend.